Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Nimby Rails. I enjoyed my first time so much I thought I would do some more. In fact, I was looking at this map and I was thinking I'm going to do the lot. This is like owning a Hornby rail set, and I can watch everything I build go off and do its stuff. I'm making profit. Have a look at my accounting. I've adjusted the timings after messing around. If we look at the state, I run about a 16-minute gap between each train. It's not losing any money. In fact, I'm gaining money. The line itself, if I could just have a look at the line. Let's have a look. If I look at lines and then I click on there, and let's have a look. Stops. So it's telling me at 42 kilometres, although I've got it at 90. So let me just double check that the am I actually running the line properly? Lines, click, let's have a look. I can't remember how to look at the lines. I do know that the train's max speed is about 110. Here it is, 120. I've got it down to 90. Do you know what? I'm going to lower that a bit more. Actually, now I've looked at it, I'm going to lower it to. I'm going to lower the min speed to 80. So one of the quickest ways you can see, so I can set the minimum interval time, set the min stop time to 30 seconds, acceleration, I think I'll just leave it. Yeah, so they are happily making a profit. I don't think I've got too many people asking for fares. They've made a lot of money. The running cost and the maintenance cost is being easily covered. It's just long enough, this line, to make a bit of a difference. I'm now going to build the Spur line from, let me have a look, from Lewes. It goes to South Ease, as you see that line there, comes along here. I think the station is here. It kind of, that's the road up to the station itself. Then it goes down to New Haven Town, which I think is around here, and then it goes to New Haven Harbour. I think the station is not a big gap between the two of those, but I think New Haven Harbour is somewhere here. Then it swings around to Bishopstone, so it's here somewhere, and then it finishes in Seaford itself. I can't actually see where that is in Seaford, but I will endeavour to do it, and I'm not going to make you guys sit through it. I am going to build this and then you're just going to see the time lapse, and then I'll increase the line, etc., and do all the other things you're supposed to do when you're building these. So without further ado, I'm going to pause, as is traditional, and I will see you guys on the other side. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I've done it. So I'm just going to have a quick look over. It's a pretty horrible line. There'll be a train an hour. I mean, look, 700. I think that's 766. 739. I think one train an hour. Now, when the lines are connected, because I don't know if you saw in the speed up, but there's actually 3 or 4 platforms that go all over the place here, and you can't really replicate using the engine as it stands at the moment. But there's a line here, and it is possible early morning to get a train from the harbour down over to London. I don't know if you can see it because it's quite faint on the map, but there's a line here and it enters a tunnel here somewhere. It goes under the court and all the rest of it, and it comes out somewhere. Just got to look. Let's have a look. I know it goes to Cooksbridge. So there's the line from Cooksbridge. Can you see that? That's the station. So I think the line goes here. It's only a single track line. And it travels down over the Lewes and here again. Can you see that? And here. And there's also an old Beeching line here. Now I don't know if you're watching from another country. Beeching was a minister of state here in the late 50s, early 60s, and he was tasked with getting rid of unprofitable railway lines. And all over the country there are disused railway lines. They're now footpaths or part of national parks, so sometimes they were turned into roads. The stations were sold off. Sometimes people live in the old stations. They're turned into houses and things. Some of the lines were reopened by enthusiasts and have steam engines on them. The one nearest to me is called the Bluebell Railway, which runs from East Grinstead to Sheffield Park, which is up here. So, oh no, that's Upfield. Here's East Grinstead, and it runs from here down to. But anyway, it's a steam railway line. It's still operated today. If you come to this country, you can get the train from East Grinstead in an old-fashioned train, and you can take it down to Sheffield Park. I don't even think it's that far. Kingscote, I know, is one of the stops, but it might not even be on the map. I mean, these places are bloody tiny. Which is why they were shut down. There was like 4 people a day getting on them. The irony is that if they'd been left, well, I say irony, it probably was a good thing, but the irony is if they'd been left and not tampered with, so to speak, then more housing developments would have grown up around those railway lines. They didn't appreciate the link between back then. Oh, there's Horsted Keynes. I know it goes there. Oh, there's Sheffield Park. So it goes quite a way, actually. It goes from East Grinstead to... There's a stop in between called Kingscote, but I don't know where that is. And it goes to Horsted Keynes, so it stops around here somewhere, this steam line. And then it travels on further down to Sheffield Park. There are steam train mods. I might get one, and then we'll do that. We'll build that line as well. But anyhow, I am going to now have a grand opening for this line. I've done the Spur line here, made sure it was double tracked. Well, I say double, quad tracked, because these are double already. I did a pretty ropey looking. I wonder if I can move it a bit more. See, I can straighten it up there, but then it doesn't really increase here, and it puts it down there, and you're robbing Peter to pay Paul a little bit. I don't know. But it's notoriously slow in these areas. There's nothing you can do about it. The train goes down to a crawl, but these aren't quick trains anyway, so it's not too desperate. As long as everything's over 100, it should be fine. Oh, he says as he looks at that one. I mean, why is that 72? Look, it's a bloody straight run. Why is that 72? Let's see if I can... That's now 321. That's 71. Why is that 71? Maybe because it was too steep an incline for the train. I don't know. But anyway, let's see if I can faff about with these a bit. Probably because I made it too small here. This isn't a very expensive line, but it's going to take a long time to make a profit back on it. Long time. So now I have to create an extension for this line. So if I take my current lines and I'm going to add some stops. Let's add some stops. So let's pause the game. Let's pause. We are going to add stops to the line. Right, so let's have a look. Oh, I've got to build it first. Duh. Right, let's have a look. Build blueprints. Build. Now we're going to go to lines. We are going to add stops to the line. So that way, 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 that way. Yeah, that should be it. So now that I'm going to do the target timers calculator, I'm going to leave it on that. Estimate the leg time for 2 trains. Set minimum interval for 43. So we're going to buy 2 more trains because it's quite big. I'm going to clone these. Yep. Purchase 2. We're going to set them immediately. Yep, they're cloned. I'm going to go to the line calculator. Estimate travel time for 4 trains is now 21 minutes. Paste 21 minutes. Minimum stop time. And there we go. So now all I have to do is unpause. And we should have all trains on the track. Let's see what happens here. So there we go. They're starting from southeast, but it doesn't matter. Although there's a bit of a traffic jam here now. It will take them some time to sort themselves out on the line. But I mean, you can't have everything, can you? Right, there's the state. So we're ticking away. Let's get rid of this thing. Stops. Add waypoints. Not quite sure what that is. And I didn't want to add stops to line. I want to get rid of that. I want to get rid of that. Move up selected stop. No, we're all right there. South Coast, East Sussex to Brighton to Seaford. Now, this isn't the end of this by any stretch of the imagination. I've actually been recording now for about 57 minutes, but after I speed this bit up in post-editing, it'll probably be quite a lot cheaper. Let's just have a look at the accounting. Ticket price is still holding. It's difficult for me. Let's see if I can actually look at profit. So Not quite sure how that calculates that, but let's see if there's any accounting. Running cost, maintenance, new trains, fares. So that's coming down. Yeah, that's coming down. I'm minus because of the amount of money I've just spent on this line. So I'm doing all right. I feel like I'm doing all right. As long as you don't make a pig's ear of what you're doing, then you should be able to get away with quite a lot. It's quite forgiving. Whether or not I'll actually... fares 96,000. That's not a huge amount of money, but that's because I'm not running huge amounts of trains. So eventually what happens after you've run your lines and whatnot, you then have to do the trams. You've got to feed the trams in. So like, there's got to be a tram. I mean, there are no trams in Brighton and Hove. There bloody should be. The buses are shocking. They should invest, but it would cost millions and they won't do it. And you know, instead they spent 30 million on a bloody cycle lane that goes up the middle of, goes from like Shoreham to the centre of Brighton, and no one bloody uses it. Causes huge traffic jams. I mean, I'm not anti-cyclist at all, but I can see where money can be better spent. But you know, you get what you vote for, basically. And if you don't vote, which is what the problem is nowadays, you get idiots. You used to get a better standard of politician in the old days because you used to have to really fight for your votes. But nowadays, anyone can rock up. I used to play a computer game with a guy, a political computer game called Poll UK a long time ago. And one of the guys who played the game was a real lemon. And I found out recently he's now an MP. So, what can you do? I mean, he might not have been a lemon, but he certainly appeared one in the game. He was the most indecisive bugger I've ever met in my life. So maybe he makes a perfect... He's a Conservative politician, which I think is even better. But anyway, I digress. So, yeah, this is... I've put that there as a marker. I just wanted to see what the score was with double tracking. Because this line is actually going to have a fast train on it eventually, which will connect with the Channel Tunnel. So the game can't simulate scheduling too well. It can do it, but it can get stuck. This line here is going to get very complicated very quickly, so you've got to be careful. I'm just going to turn it down. Let's see how we're doing now. So this is just a bit slower than real time. This is real time now. Oh, they're slow, aren't they? Right. So, what do you think? Please leave a comment and in below. Let me know what you think. I've got plenty of building to do. This is my spare time, really. In between recording sessions, I've started playing this. So I'm just going to show you how I'm getting on in my game, really. Let's think. The next line I'm probably going to do is going to be from Lewes to Eastbourne. That will have to be double tracked at a certain point because the line goes in and out and some trains terminate at Eastbourne. So eventually this will be a terminus. Let's see if I can find the station. Let's turn this off. So there is a huge hospital here. Let's have a look. Well, there's Eastbourne District General Hospital. I used to work there at the back. Right, literally around the back here somewhere. And the station itself, if I can just have a look, is here. That's it there. Yeah, that's it there. So it's a four platform station with quad lines running in and out. So this will be it here. They come out to here, they go up this bit, and then they run up here, I believe, to a place called Hampden Park. There's Hendon Park. Believe the station is here in that long bit there, and then further up here the train separates to two lines. One line goes that way around there, and one line runs that way to Polegate. You can see it here. There's a horrible corner here. If you've ever watched me playing Train Sim 2, I've run my train off that bend before. But this, from Hendon Park, to simulate it correctly in the game, from Hendon Park, if I can find it now, there it is. This has got to be double track, and one line going one way, one line going the other, and then people changing here. When I build the fast train, I'm going to ignore Eastbourne and run it straight through. So that will be another time. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll try and get some nice music playing, or something, some ditty playing at the same time I'm doing the recording, so you've all got something half interesting to listen to. Thanks a lot for watching. Like, subscribe, etc, 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 and I will see you in my next video. Bye.